Happy Transformers Day. It is Transformers Tuesday, and today we have I don't know if his name is Detritus or Detritus. Back in the 90s, it was a heavy metal Christian band, basically death metal, and the band had this name, and I called it Detritus for the longest time, and somewhere along the line, I heard somebody say Detritus, and I was like, that sounds more like something Poseidon would be carrying with it, like he would carry a detritus in his hand. So I don't know what it actually is pronounced by. Maybe it's tomatoes. But this is from the Legacy Evolution line. This is the deluxe class. He's basically, well, a Jeep. And I think we all know who he's supposed to be a repaint of. I was extremely excited to find this for just $7.99 at Ross instead of $25 at most retail stores. There's this little thing right here, which I guess you can scan. I don't know much about those. I've never scanned one. I do know what that is, but in that language, I guess that's some kind of reformed Egyptian. I just got it out of the package, so I haven't even had a chance to play with it at all. But I figured, hey, I want to see how intuitive it is. And if you want to watch somebody who knows what they're doing, go watch Ball Matrix. He knows what he's doing. Me, I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that I'm enjoying it while I'm doing it. So I'm looking in the back of the package, and it shows that you put together these two pieces to make his gun. And I'm not sure what this goes to. I know this usually goes on something on his shoulder. So like this. Normally, like I remember back in the day that Hound had that. Now, it does show that when you're having this mode on the Jeep itself, there's two different things on the back, and this is one of them, and this is the other one. So I'm talking about right there and over there. So you put it together for a much larger gun. Now, as far as making it something on his shoulder, I guess you could do it like this. I don't even know if I have Hound in this version. I have so many versions of Hound. It's like, man, what's the point? So it kind of goes like that for Hound, I would imagine, if this was Hound. All right, so in robot mode, he's got a very different, like almost, what was it called? Desert Storm and Desert Shield. That kind of color motif. He's almost like Ruination sort of, but he had a really crazy camouflage scheme. He's got a head that is on a swivel joint. It's a little bit of a ball joint, but if you can't really do much with the ball joint thing. He's got a back of his head protection plate. It can't go down, so these things right here are kind of free floating. His arms, well, he has sort of a butterfly joint because of the transformation, I'm guessing. He has 360 degrees at the shoulder. He can go up like this, so you can see his armpit. Oh man, he needs to get some deodorant on. He's got a bicep swivel. His arm goes from straight to over 90 degrees. He's got a swivel at his wrist. He's got a swivel at his waist, so he can do 360 degrees at his waist. If he wanted to join the cheerleading squad, he can join it because he could do a split like this. And he can do an all the way back kick and all the way front kick, so he can do a forward and back split. So, is this a girl? I'm confused. All right, for his feet, let's see, his legs. He can do a 90-degree bend at the knees. Does he have a thigh swivel? No, it almost appears that he does because of this, but, well, that clearly shows that he should have a thigh swivel. Maybe he's just like so, you know, how whenever they're like painted, it like sticks together pretty tough. No, that looks like it could, okay, I guess there's a limited thigh swivel that's just with the peg itself. Like you can do this, so he can walk like he's been on a horse all day, or he can be like pigeon-toed. But he's not right here where I imagine it would be. All right, so let's see if his toes have got any articulation. Oh, he's trying to come undone right there. Whoops. He's got 1,000 degrees articulation in his toes. They come completely off and twirl across the room if you do it too hard. So he could do tippy toes, but I don't know if he can do... Oh, there's his ankle rocker. 90-degree ankle rocker. Whew. Can he stand up? Absolutely. Can he stand up with his ankle rockers, making him a little bit more secure? Yeah, absolutely. I do like the interesting gold colors on him and stuff. That makes him a little bit more interestingly different. Let's look at his head a little closer. That's why he reminds me a lot of Ruination. That face and everything just looks more like Ruination than it does anybody else. He does come with this booklet to tell you how to transform it, but we're men. We don't need a book. We don't need no stinking book. I can look at the box and kind of like putting together a puzzle. I can figure this one out. Now, if I can't, then that shows it's not a very intuitive action figure, but I have this weird feeling this one's going to be very intuitive. All right, so I'm going to guess that I'm going to start with his chest. Or, you know what? I'm going to take these tabs off because I feel like that's resisting it. There we go. See, told you. So now that pops down and the windshield pops into place. All right, I'm guessing that, let's see, all of his wheels are down here. Oh, that's really different. So normally the wheels were on the actual shoulders of Hound in the past, or whoever this is, but it's a Hound mold. Now putting his arms in, that gives me an idea that I'm going to need to turn this around. So let's put his arm out of the way. Oh, it doesn't turn around. Oh, I guess I'm not doing that then. That gives me an idea that I'm going to have to fold it up maybe and tuck it into his underside. All right. Now this is interesting because I know that this is very different. That gives me an idea that I'm going to have to do a lot more up here just to get rid of the arms. Get them out of the way. Like fold them in here somehow, but... This might be the part that's very intuitive. I do feel like the legs are going to come out and wrap around him like Megatron, like some of the Megatron figures do. But this has to go all the way. These have got to get out of the way. But where are the arms going to go? Then I feel like something about this. I can do something like tuck it in, stick his arm in somehow. I'm at an impasse almost. Let me give me one more chance. Let's see if there's anything else I can do before I give up and get the instructions out and claim I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp. All right, that does that. So that may do something with it. Like if I can... Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to give up because I can't figure it out. Oh, boy. All right. Let's look at the instruction books. Unfortunately, I had to go there because the arms are very different. All right. It shows to fold them back like I did. Step number 4. Step number 5 is showing me to turn parts around. Turn your feet around. No. Wow, okay, how does it want me to turn around like this? Yeah, so you can fold it like that. So you didn't really have to, it's just, okay, so it's just going to hide in this belly of the truck. All right, I think I can figure it out from there. So I don't know. I think that's part of the actual, like, sitting down in a chair thing, I guess. All right, let's see if we can fold this out, which is, yeah, that looks very intuitive on its own. Oops, I didn't mean to pull the tires off. Yeah, because this feels like deja vu, this part. Okay, there we go. I swung the wrong way on that one. Okay, just like Megatron, the tank mode, you just rip those around. All right, should I tuck those in more though? Because like that's going to be showing. Maybe it's supposed to show. Let me see what else I got to do with those arms. I got all that. I figured all that on my own. I'm just trying to figure out what the arms do. There's something missing in the back right there, which makes me wonder if the arms magically fit in there, which they don't. I guess the arms just hang on the bottom. It just looks kind of strange, to be honest with you. I feel like they should... Oh, you know what? I just saw this. So they peg into that little spot right there on his... that would be the part that I just pulled down. So let me get that in place first, and then I'll peg it in. Like I peg it down right here. I peg it right here. Now remember, I didn't look at the instructions for this, so I guess I'll get points. All right. Then once it's in place, I can start pegging the arms into the fold over leg parts. There we go. All right. I feel like the feet should go somewhere other than they are. Like, do they fold down? No, if they do, they're going to fly off. Do they just stay there? Oh, you know what? Looking at the picture, not the instructions, but the picture, it shows that they folded into the actual vehicle themselves. Oh, okay. That's a little backwards than I would think it would be. Okay, so that's the Jeep mode. I just feel like the arms are a little bit... They could have done something like maybe pulled his shoulders up in here and then, I don't know, like put his... Like, if that's the... Just put his arms together and then fold them up into the hood is what I was thinking. Because they just look a little bit more exposed than I like them to be. All right. Let's see if we can get a little figure with it. He's obviously too big. That'd been kind of cool if they did make figures for these. It almost looks like seats right there. They could probably fit. Well, I just put him away. Another figure. My thumb is really feeling weird today. All right, let's put the guns on the back. Because the sun's out, guns out. All right, and that's it. So for the most part, it was very intuitive, except for the arms. I kept feeling like I needed to fill that empty space there with the guns, or not the guns, the arms. But I didn't. So it was kind of pointless. The legs, I was like, okay, I've done this before. So the legs felt very natural for me just to whip around like that. It's weird, though, that he has a waist swivel, and he really didn't have part of the transformation, which 9 times out of 10, the waist swivel is part of the transformation. So as a Jeep mode, it looks pretty good. It's not as compacted as, say, like this one. I feel like this one's got more compaction in it. This one feels like it's super compact. About the same size, though. All right. Which way do you like him better? Do you like him in car mode or robot mode better? All right. My answer. Oh, you're asking me? All right. I'll answer you. I like him in robot mode better than this. I also like the other guy in robot mode, but he's right there for now. So I think he looks better in robot mode, but I'm going to leave him in this mode so I can put him away for now, because I just got to get a lot of stuff put away for now. So what do you think about that particular vehicle? Did you buy one? Did you find it before it went down to $7.99, or did you find yours at Ross? All right. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you next Tuesday.